It appears to be the largest single-day protest in U.S. history. More than 7 million, a remarkable turnout.
You know, one of the groups involved with those rallies was the advocacy nonprofit Public Citizen. And joining us now is that group's Deputy Communications Director, Emily Leach. Emily, thanks for being here this morning. So let's talk about this turnout. How significant do you feel about that national turnout for these rallies?
Thank you so much for having me. I think it was incredibly significant. We saw people turning out in, some of the biggest cities in the country, but also in small rural communities, in red states, in blue states, really just kind of, from all walks of life coming together to say that we see what Donald Trump, his authoritarian agenda is doing. And we want to affirm that the United States doesn't have a king and will never have a king. So I think that we'll continue to see fallout from this.
Emily, do you have a response? Do you want to respond to President Trump, who said that this is not a representative group of Americans, basically?
Yeah, I think that honestly, the president is scared of how representative this group is. People, authoritarians and wannabe authoritarians thrive when people feel alone and isolated. And on Saturday, we had people coming together from all walks of life, really unified and energized. And I think that Donald Trump is scared of that. But we had teachers and nurses. In DC, we had Bill Nye the Science Guy. So people from all different kinds of backgrounds, I think, who are coming together to say this.
Ultimately, though, what do you hope to accomplish? The midterms are so far away. Is there any goal of these protests?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is much more than electoral. We have on the individual level, I think there's hope that people do feel the solidarity and the energy from Saturday, and that it inspires people to take further action. That might mean contacting the groups that put on your local No King's Day protest, and seeing how you can get involved with phone calls or local government. I think the other kind of outcome that we want to see from this is basically our government has, separation of powers. We've got these three branches of government. It's not just the White House and President Trump. So we want to see Congress and we want to see the courts taking, more authority to stop this authoritarian takeover and to call it out when they see him doing things that violate the law.
Are there more protests in the works planned for this, maybe closer to the midterms, to fire people up?
There will be, I'm sure, more days of action. This coalition is continuing to mobilize the folks who turned out on Saturday. We've got a call this week to talk about next steps. So there will almost certainly be other, national days of action. But I think, as I was saying, there's so many opportunities to take action, get more involved in the meantime.
Emily Leach, thanks so much. She's with Public Citizen. The one critique